I'm in London, first and foremost, off the back of the release of my album, Ghettos and Gardens. And I must say I'm very, very pleased with the response so far to the album. I definitely am overwhelmed with the love and support I've gotten from the fans, and I appreciate it. This is my 5th, 6th, or 7th time playing Fabric. I can't quite remember. It's kind of all been a blur, but every single time it seems better than the last time. Fabric experience is always unique. Compared to back home, I mean, every gig that I play is different, and I love playing for my hometown crowd, but I also love playing for London. And you know, to play on one of the best sound systems in London is always just like a treat for me. So yes, I definitely approached the album a lot differently than I did approaching just regular singles that I make. I had to think about it as a whole, as opposed to just, you know, making a song that was going to bang in the club. And I wanted to make an album that we could listen to from beginning to end, and putting together a bunch of just club tracks I knew wasn't going to, you know, I wasn't going to be able to accomplish my goal by doing that. So I got to basically produce a lot of music that I normally wouldn't get to produce, that make stuff that wasn't necessarily like peak time Dirtybird music, and for me it was really fulfilling to be able to do that. I get basically extremely
Don't go.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
So
that's a nice little element to it.
Where
You're getting carried.
Don't go.
For me personally, I'm influenced by everything that I'm surrounded by, especially my friends. Just like, I find creativity not from just sitting in the studio and listening to music, but from going out, having a drink, and like just goofing off. And a lot of like my best ideas come to me when I'm just like having a good time, not like sitting there in the studio banging my head against the wall trying to figure out what I'm gonna make next. Musical influences, I'm inspired by everything from drum and bass to jazz music. I mean, I love music, pretty much everything except for polka and maybe country. But no disrespect to polka and country, it's just not my thing. I'm not a good line dancer. But yeah, I just find inspiration anywhere I can.
Let's go.
Definitely very important for me to have the record have a fun feeling to it. For me, like when I make music, I want to make stuff that will make people smile, whether it be on the dance floor or they're sitting at home, you know, with their headphones on. I want to make music that makes people happy. I mean, music's supposed to be a way of escaping from your problems, and I've always just thought it was like, it's been part of my goal to make music that makes people happy. Like whether, you know, I want people to be on the dance floor and smiling. I don't want them to be like thinking I'm angry at them when I'm DJing, you know? I'm doing a bunch of collaborations with other people at the moment, but I mean, Dirtybird is where my heart is. It's basically from the very beginning. Dirtybird has been our thing, me and Claude's baby, and we always like had this vision of where we wanted to take a record label and the sound that we wanted it to be. And you know, I feel like we're closer to accomplishing it than ever. I don't feel like we're quite there yet, but as far as, you know, other aspirations, I just love music. I love working with other people, and I'm always open to working on other projects with other people, but Dirtybird will always be where my heart is. You know, when I first set out to make Chemistry, I just basically wanted to redo. I mean, this was something that was like from the very beginning of me falling in love with electronic music. One of the first albums I ever listened to was Timeless by Goldie, and my favorite song on that album was Chemistry. And I just thought it was the most beautiful track with the vocals and the chords. And I never thought in my lifetime that I would reach a point in my career where I could actually like physically ask one of my heroes if it was okay for me to do a remake of this track. So just getting that opportunity alone for me was huge, and I don't think I was very nervous. I think I was ready to just go all out and try and kill it, and you know, and do something that would make one of the people that I looked up to proud. I didn't know I was going to be playing 3 hours until like a few hours ago, but I'm really, really excited. It's the longest set I've ever played at Fabric, and I just am going to take people on the best journey that I can through all of the music that I love. And that's the greatest thing about playing in London is you don't really have to worry about genres. You can just kind of go through and just play the music that you love, and people usually follow you and go along with you on your journey. This is Justin Martin. I'm with Hyponik. How you doing?